Okay, let's unpack this. So today we're doing a deep dive into something called the Social Safe List System.
Hmm.
And, it's various optional upgrades, which are often called OTOs, one-time offers.
Right, and we've got some key sources that you, the listener, provided to guide this.
Exactly. We've got excerpts from a Social Safe List website guide and also a much more detailed video analysis called Social Safe List, a complete OTO breakdown.
Yeah, that video seems pretty comprehensive.
So our mission here is really to dig into these sources. We want to figure out what the core system is, what each upgrade claims to offer.
And what the analysis in these sources says about their actual value, and importantly, who they're supposedly for.
Yeah, what can we learn from how these sources break down these kinds of offers? That's the key takeaway for navigating them ourselves, I think.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the landscape described in the materials we have.
Okay, so starting at the beginning, the sources describe the Social Safe List itself as like the foundation.
The core product, yeah.
And the website guide just mentions that the official site, access details, all that, it's available via a specific link. That's the entry point, basically.
Right. According to the material, that's where it all starts. Everything else builds on that.
Okay, now, the OTO breakdown source.
Hmm.
It immediately points out something you see right after you buy the main thing,
Uh,
an inline upsell. It's called the 1K views per day case study.
yeah, it's interesting how fast that pops up in the described purchase flow, like right away.
So what does the source say you get with this case study? What's actually inside?
Well, the source details that it's a step-by-step breakdown, and crucially, it includes real examples, like actual proof showing how people supposedly hit 1,000 or more daily views with the method.
Okay, real examples, that's key.
Yeah, and it also covers strategies specifically for scaling things up, going beyond just the basics in the main social safe list system.
All right, so based on that description from the source, who should jump on this inline offer? Who's it for?
They suggest it's, ideal for anyone who wants to see that tangible proof, the real world results,
Right.
and also anyone who's ready to learn how to actually scale up their traffic, not just stick with the entry level stuff.
And what's the source's take on it? Their opinion?
Mhm.
Seems pretty positive from what you said.
Oh yeah, they call it a no-brainer add-on at that specific price point where it's offered in line.
A no-brainer, huh?
Yeah, their reasoning is basically it gives you the exact blueprint and the proof for hitting those 1K plus daily views. They see that as really valuable info right up front.
Got it. So showing the how-to and it works immediately. Okay, makes sense.
Mhm.
Let's move past that initial add-on then. The source material brings up the first major upgrade, OTO1, Social Safe List Power Pack.
Mhm.
And the breakdown video specifically calls this one a big one.
Yeah, and based on what the source describes, it sounds like it. This upgrade reportedly gives you access to a, quote, massive database
Okay.
containing over 600 additional social safe list communities. That's, on top of whatever's in the main system.
600 more. Wow, that sounds like it just blows the potential pool wide open.
Exactly.
What kind of benefits does the source say come with having access to that many communities?
Well, the sources claim it means significantly more options for targeting your specific audience or niche.
Right.
You get access to communities focused on all sorts of different niches, apparently, and just overall a much, much bigger reach for your promotions.
So the value proposition, as the source describes it, is pretty clear then. 600 plus more potential places to find what they call verified buyer traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Basically multiplying your access points compared to just the basic system.
Precisely. If the core system opens, like one door, this OTO, according to the source, opens hundreds more.
Okay.
And the source strongly recommends this one for anyone who's really serious about maximizing their reach, anyone who wants multiple traffic sources, or people who really need to drill down into those specific niche communities.
And the source's opinion on this one,
Mm-hmm.
it's particularly strong, isn't it?
It really is. Their analysis labels it probably the most valuable OTO.
Wow.
They even call it a must-have. They view it as a solid investment, mainly because of the sheer number of extra communities, the better targeting options, and, the benefit of not putting all your eggs in one basket, traffic-wise.
That is a powerful recommendation from the source's perspective. Okay. All right. Next up is OTO2, Auto Traffic Machine. The source notes this one comes with some big claims.
Yeah, this upgrade definitely seems to step into more technically involved territory. It offers access to what the source calls Jeremy's secret traffic server setup.
Secret server setup.
And the methods discussed claim to generate thousands of clicks daily. It also includes a traffic rotator setup.
Which is? For listeners who might not know.
Right, yeah. It's basically a system that automatically sends incoming clicks or visitors to different links or offers that you set up, sort of distributes the traffic.
Okay, distributes it. Gotcha.
And the source says you also get access to high-volume traffic strategies and even a behind-the-scenes look at Jeremy's own systems.
And the claims the source highlights are pretty significant. Thousands of clicks a day, maybe tens of thousands a month. And using that rotator to send traffic different places all at once.
Yeah, the volume they describe is definitely high. Now, when the source looks at who this is actually for, they point towards more advanced marketers, people aiming for, large-scale traffic, people who are comfortable with more technical setups, and folks who are really focused on automating their traffic generation.
But it definitely sounds like the source isn't positioning this as something for, like, a complete beginner.
That's a really key distinction the source's analysis makes, yeah. They explicitly say that while the potential sounds impressive, achieving and, importantly, maintaining these high-volume systems, it often takes technical know-how and ongoing work.
Right, it's not set and forget.
Exactly. Their analysis says it might be overwhelming for a beginner. But for experienced users who want to scale up significantly, it could hold real value. They even suggest just the traffic rotator part alone could be worth it for someone managing lots of campaigns.
Interesting.
So the source's final label for this one is pretty clear: for advanced users.
That clarity on the target audience based on the source is really helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, we have OTO3, Warrior Chat Live community.
Right. This one's presented as a private community hosted on Discord, which, is a super popular platform for these kinds of chat communities.
Yeah, very common. And what does the source say are the main benefits, the reasons to join this community?
Okay, so you apparently get 24/7 live text and audio chat. There's a built-in marketplace where you can actually sell your own stuff, products, or services to other members.
Oh, interesting. A marketplace inside the community.
Yeah. Plus, direct access to the creator, Jeremy, and hundreds of other members, the ability to announce your own product launches, and just general networking opportunities.
And the source even mentions some claims about members earning quite a bit, like thousands of dollars, directly from being in the community and using that marketplace feature.
That's the potential they highlight in the description, yeah. Now, cost-wise, the source notes a public price of $27, but mentions a $19 launch discount was available.
$19, okay. So considering that price, who does the source suggest would get the most value out of this community?
Their analysis points to people who really value that community interaction and networking aspect. People who want direct access to the creator for questions, maybe looking for collaborations with other marketers, or specifically want that built-in marketplace to sell their own offers.
Right. And the source's final verdict on the value here.
Especially at that $19 price point, they seem to think it's pretty reasonable. They call it incredibly valuable for networking and real-time help.
Okay.
And the source suggests that for someone who actually uses the community actively, it could pay for itself quickly. So they classify this OTO as great value.
Interesting. A community focus offering that kind of potential value.
Okay, next in the lineup, described by the source, is OTO4. Super Affiliate Masterclass.
Yeah, and as the name suggests, this one is all about affiliate marketing. The source claims it contains Jeremy's best affiliate marketing strategies.
Best strategies? Like what?
Well, methods for achieving hundreds of sales per promotion, leaderboard domination tactics, strategies to rank really high in affiliate contests.
Yeah, okay. Winning those contests.
Right. Plus, advanced affiliate marketing hacks, all aimed at getting, quote, consistent first, third place finishes in those competitions.
So this really sounds like training specifically for people who want to be like the top dogs in affiliate promotions.
Exactly. The source explains the target audience as people who want to consistently crush those affiliate leaderboards, really scale their income specifically from affiliate marketing, and get access to, advanced techniques and insider secrets.
Okay, so given that high-level focus, who does the source's analysis say this is really best for? Is it for everyone doing affiliate marketing? No, the source is very clear here. They labeled this as being for serious affiliate marketers.
Serious ones?
Yeah. Their analysis really emphasizes it's meant for people who are already doing well with affiliate marketing and are looking to get to that absolute top tier.
Right.
The source explicitly advises, look, if you're new to affiliate marketing, focus on the basics first, because this masterclass is presented very clearly as advanced level training.
That's another really important piece of context from the source, clarifying who an upgrade is not for.
Okay.
Okay, finally, the last upgrade discussed in the material is OTO5, $500 Pops DFY System. The source also calls this one a big one.
This is pitched as a done-for-you system, DFY, meaning, a lot of the setup is supposedly handled for you.
Less work up front.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
According to the source, it gives you a funnel that doesn't even require your own website, and it's designed to pay out a hefty $500 per referral you send.
$500 per sale. Wow.
Yeah. And it apparently comes with ready-to-use promo materials pitched as a complete hands-off system.
Okay, the source mentions the price points.
Yep, $997 public price, but a $799 launch price was mentioned. And the core promise, the hook, highlighted by the source, is essentially
Simplified down.
insert your link, start sharing, earn $500 per customer you refer. That's aiming squarely at what's often called high-ticket commissions in this space. A big payout per sale.
Right. So with that significant price tag, $799, and that high payout, who does the source suggest should even consider this one?
Their analysis targets a few groups, people specifically wanting to earn those high-ticket commissions, obviously. People who are genuinely okay with that $790 investment.
Yeah, that's a chunk of change.
It is. Also, people who want a complete DFY system where they don't build the funnel. And this is critical, according to the source, people who already have the ability to drive quality traffic, especially traffic that converts on high-ticket offers.
Okay, that traffic piece seems key. So what's the source's overall honest assessment of this particular pretty expensive option?
They really stress that it is a significant investment at $799. Their analysis basically urges you, the potential buyer, to seriously look at your own situation.
Like what?
Can you actually drive the kind of traffic that converts on high-ticket offers? Are you really comfortable dropping nearly $800 up front? Do you have the necessary marketing skills, even if the system is DFY?
Right. DFY doesn't mean no effort or skill required.
Exactly. The source states that while it could be profitable for someone experienced who can drive that specific type of traffic, they explicitly advise that if you're new to marketing, you should start with the lower-priced options first.
Makes sense.
They give this one the label high-risk, high-reward.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that classification from the source really sums up their analysis of that top-tier offer, doesn't it? Okay, so pulling all this together, the source wraps up with its overall recommendations on which OTOs are worth it, based on this whole breakdown.
Yeah, they give a pretty clear summary of their opinions right at the end. The one they label a must-have is OTO1, the Power Pack.
Okay, the one with the 600-plus communities.
Right, because they feel it offers the most immediate value and traffic potential with all those extra communities it unlocks.
And the one they call great value.
That was OTO3, the Warrior Chat community. The source feels that at $19, the potential for networking and marketplace access could pay for itself quickly.
Gotcha. What about for the more technically minded marketers?
That would be OTO2, the Auto Traffic Machine. As we talked about, the source classifies this as for advanced users and only recommends it if you're technical, and your goal is scaling up to thousands of clicks daily.
Right, not for everyone. And the advanced affiliate training.
That's OTO4, the Super Affiliate Masterclass, labeled for serious affiliates. The source repeats, it's worth it if you're already successful with affiliate marketing, reinforcing it's not foundational training for newbies.
Okay. And finally, that high-ticket done-for-you system.
OTO5, the $500 Pop system. That stays firmly in the high-risk, high-reward category. The source suggests you only consider it if you have experience with high-ticket offers and, crucially, that proven ability to drive significant, relevant traffic.
Okay. So if you put it all together, what's the source's final overarching recommendation for someone just starting out or maybe looking for the most immediate bang for their buck based on their analysis?
Their recommendation seems to be start with the core Social Safe List system itself. Then consider adding the Power Pack, OTO1, pretty early on for the maximum community access and traffic potential. And maybe also consider the Warrior Chat community, OTO3, for that ongoing support, networking, and the marketplace access.
Okay, start core, add OTO1, consider OTO3.
That seems to be the path they suggest based on value and accessibility. And there's an important piece of advice from the source that kind of wraps up their whole analysis.
Yeah, what's that?
They explicitly say don't feel pressured to buy everything all at once during the initial purchase.
Ah, yeah, the funnel pressure.
Exactly. Their view is you can always upgrade to the other OTOs later on as you start seeing results and decide you need them to scale your business.
That's good advice in general, probably. And just a final detail mentioned in the sources, access to the core system, any bonuses they talk about? That's usually available via a specific link provided somewhere.
Correct. That's the gateway they describe to actually get started with the whole thing.
Well, that was definitely a thorough walkthrough, wasn't it? Guided completely by the source material you provided, breaking down this social safe list system and all its different layers of upgrades.
It really was. And I think the value we saw in these particular sources is that they didn't just, list features like a sales page.
Right.
They actually provided specific opinions on the potential value of each OTO. And maybe most importantly, offered their analysis on who each upgrade is really best suited for based on its nature and the claims being made.
Yeah.
That kind of breakdown. It can definitely help someone navigate what might otherwise feel like a pretty confusing stack of offers being thrown at them.
It really does provide a useful framework for looking at these kinds of multi-layered offers. So thank you again for bringing these sources to us for this deep dive today.
Our pleasure. Yeah, analyzing how different sources choose to break down complex offer structures like this is always pretty illuminating.
Indeed. And, it leaves us with something pretty significant to think about, doesn't it?
Hmm.
If the source's entire analysis of whether these offers are worth it or right for you hinges so heavily on who you are as a marketer,
Mm.
right? Are you a beginner, advanced, already killing it with affiliate marketing, comfortable with tech,
Yeah.
experienced with high ticket, all those distinctions they made?
Yeah.
What does that ultimately tell you about the absolute importance of truly understanding your own current skill level, your resources, your budget, and your specific goals before you even consider investing in any system or upgrade described in sources like these?
Right. It really puts the focus back on self-assessment.
Exactly. It suggests it's not just about what the offer promises on paper, but about the match between that promise and where you actually stand right now.